From the home of the Bills since 1973, we are at Highmark Stadium, just south of downtown Buffalo. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. It's caught by Davis. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
First down Jaguars after Gabe Davis makes another nice catch. And one thing about him, he's a big play waiting to happen and has been throughout his career. Finished the last 3 seasons ranking in the top 10 for average yards per reception. And that's one of the reasons the Jaguars targeted him this offseason and brought him back to his home state.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That goes for a gain of 31.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
Now Lawrence. He gets it to Thomas. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up 1st and goal.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. They've got his man complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 46 yards.
Usually in this spot, you get an offensive coordinator saying, don't feel like you got to get this all back at once. But here, they give up the opening touchdown and say, no time like the present to show what we can do too. And that's big yardage on their initial play from scrimmage.
Throwing now is Allen. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen. But he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
Allen now on third and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on fourth and goal to hit Pater. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Khalil Shakir, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And the QB rating right now is sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yeah, that's
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. You look at this Buffalo defense. They really played well in that win last week against Miami.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory, right at the 40. Here's Lawrence. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And some room to roam now. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
7-7, our score after one. On first and 10, it's Etienne spinning away. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Multiple players combined for the team's first sack of the game.
The competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, the competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him a gain of 38.
They scored their touchdown earlier. This had a chance to be another. This secondary scrambling for answers, looking at each other, trying to figure out who is going to put the clamps on this guy, because right now he's absolutely shredding them.
Here's Allen to throw it. Flush to his right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. Down the sideline he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead.
It's hard enough playing defense on any play. But when a player is able to keep a play alive with his feet, get outside of the pocket, and change all the angles of the receivers, that's more than difficult. Usually a big play results for the offense.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. Right at the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And running with power here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Lawrence. They'll get this off to ETN. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
ETN up the middle. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 23, here's the second down and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Lawrence on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jaguars have retaken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 17-14. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen now looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Allen going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To the air, Allen. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. There's Eric Armstead fighting his way through that time to record the sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
You got that cheat code, offense.
They're going to try and throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And out of bounds right around the 20. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. To throw, it's Allen. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Allen to throw once more. That's Samuel, caught left side. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now Allen. Rolling to his right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the 2nd half brings us. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. A big play here for Buffalo. 41 yards.
When you get into the 2nd half of a tie ball game, you start realizing that every play takes on a bigger significance. And this is pretty significant right here. This is where you start putting the pressure on that secondary, and that's a job well done there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing now is Allen. Open man is Samuel, complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Up the middle, it's Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they're hoping that the 2nd half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Allen. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Bills are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Cook is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. James Cook, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive, and we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot, forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, ETN. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Screenplay, here's ETN. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Trevor Lawrence with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. What a way to wrap up the week in the NFL. All tied on this Monday night as the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Again, it's Cook. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Kincaid, working the middle of the field. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills 1st down.
Zone coverage here defensively. They're going to let their tight end run a drag across the field. This is where a linebacker gets forced to pass him off. That time, the receiver gets lost a little bit, and he's able to make the catch and pick up good yardage and a 1st down.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down. They get to it back at the 40. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Shakir holds it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Cook up the gut. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. To throw is Allen. They run again on first down. Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here now, 2nd and 10 from the 13. Allen. Samuel bringing in the slant. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Now White. Flushed out right. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Here we go. This is 4th down. Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. This is 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
This Buffalo crowd letting them have it. 3rd down now. Here's Lawrence. Oh, and you can forget overtime. This is going to be a safety in the final minute of the game. Oh, my. And I don't know that I've ever seen a tie game decided in the final seconds because of a safety.
It's just an absolute disaster, Brandon. You're thinking you're going to at least get yourself to overtime. But how about this defense? They said, we're going to take matters into our own hands, and this will be an unbelievable victory if it holds up.
On the return, Johnson. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL. We're talking about at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level for both of these offenses. Neither one afraid to take a risk, and both of them pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and